Hi, I'm Anthony from learningtoplaytheguitar.net, and in this video I'm going to show you how to improvise using the E minor pentatonic scale. To improvise, you make up your own melodies using the notes from the scale. So here I'm going to use the E minor pentatonic scale over a 12-bar blues in the key of E. So to begin improvising with the E minor pentatonic scale, we're going to play it over a 12-bar blues in E backing track. So we're just going to play one beat per note up and down the scale. Like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can hear how it fits the backing track. So you can play any note over a 12-bar blues in E if you're playing the E minor pentatonic scale, and it'll fit more or less anywhere in the song. So next we're going to play that same scale but twice as fast using 2 beats per note, or what is known as eighth notes. So 8 notes in a bar of 4 beats. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So then the next step is then to sort of mix up these faster notes with the slower notes. You can also do slower notes. The idea if you can have something quite slow, such as starting in the middle of the scale here on this E note, which is the 2nd fret of the D string, I might go 2 beats per note. So it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or even slower. Going backwards, for example, I might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So even with that simple idea, you can come up with some good ideas. So now we will glue that all together. So different rhythms. So I might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So the rhythms is the big key, and main thing is make sure you keep in time with the beat of the song, whether it's something like this is a blues tune or a rock song or whatever it is you're playing. So the other next step from that is to start skipping notes in the scale. So far I've really just been running up and down bits of the scale, which is okay, but it can get a bit sort of boring and predictable. So the next step, we'll stick now just to using one note per beat again, as I'm going to skip certain notes as we go up. So for example, I'm just going to randomly skip notes up and down the scale. And so forth. You can do lots of things like that. So the other idea is that you can start repeating notes. If you have 2 or 3 notes you really like, you can just repeat those over and over again. So something like it's a really simple but effective idea, and that's used in lots of other things. So another example, I might go backwards. Something like that. So nice simple ideas, that's all you need to do, and then that sort of begins to sound like a nice blues guitar solo. So the final other thing I'll mention here is to make it a bit cooler sounding by adding in things like slides. So in one of my previous videos I mentioned about how you can slide from this note here on the 3rd fret, which is D, up to this E on the 5th fret here on the 2nd string on the B string. So within the E minor pentatonic scale you can also slide a couple of other spots as well, which sounds quite cool. Slide the 3rd fret on the 1st string to the 5th fret again on the 1st string. So you have that one as well. And you have that one, and the other magic spot for sliding is the 2nd fret up to the 4th fret here on the G string. So you pluck and slide. You can slide backwards as well. You use open strings as well. And also try repeating some notes as well. So repeating notes like I'm doing here. It's also another effective idea of improvising, and repeating notes sounds quite cool as well. So the final little thing I'll mention with improvising, say in this E minor pentatonic scale, is using hammer-ons. So the idea again of a hammer-on is where we'll pluck a note. Here I'm going to pluck the D string, the 4th string, and then I'll just whack a finger down onto the 2nd fret within the E minor pentatonic scale pattern. So again, I'll pluck, and then hammer. Again, you can just repeat that, and there's an idea. Same thing on that string. So it's all within the pattern. So there's little. There again. Throw a slide in. So if you come up with a good idea or a phrase, don't be afraid to repeat it a few times in a row, just as I did before. With improvising in general, the more you practice, as with almost anything on guitar, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So have a go at these sort of exercises.